Welcome to this week's edition of Ground Zero.
In our first clip, we look at some of the outrageously bad service that Singaporeans have been getting.
Stomper Karen had engaged these workmen to fix a glass door, but they ended up breaking it instead. Their female boss then insisted that Karen pay half the cost of the broken door because she had signed no contract forcing them to pay for damages.
Karen says, when we called the company, the female boss raised her voice at us and hung up when we insisted her company pay for the full cost. When we called her a second time, she said she doesn't need to pay us because she can easily claim that it wasn't her worker's fault that the door broke and that she did not sign any contract.
Karen adds, we went to case, but they couldn't do much for us because for case to take action, they need some kind of written document to prove that we had engaged the company.
Netizens were quick to jump in to support the Stomper Popsicle wrote, "Don't let them off the hook so easily." While Lester Jason added, "Don't worry, Stomper, a company like this won't last long in business. They will go bankrupt soon and you will be vindicated. I always believe in karma and retribution."
In another incident, Stomper Fat Foodie said a waiter at an eatery kicked away chairs and slammed tables together when the Stomper asked for another table so that he could accommodate all the people in his group.
The Stomper says he did it as if he wanted to make sure we knew that he was unhappy doing it. Then he gave a sarcastic smile and said, "Is this okay now?" and stormed off before we said anything.
He added, when we were about to order, we called for the waiter. He happened to be the nearest, and when he came over, he literally threw the tray that he was holding onto the next table in a fashion that indicated that he was unhappy.
And how did netizens feel about the matter? I punch rude people wrote, "Good post, this is what Storm is for. Sad to say, this is how Singapore standards are."
Alfred's Tay added, to me, boycotting outlets where owners are simply obnoxious may be a very good way to hit where it would hurt them most. Provided, of course, most patrons think like me.
If you think that waiter's behaviour was bad, then take a look at this next video sent in by Stomper Alicia showing a cabbie who was ranting angrily at a customer because he did not have change for the customer's $50 note.
The Stomper says perhaps he should consider another profession as a kopi boy, where he gets coins for kopi and doesn't need change, pun intended.
Do you have change? No. I don't have to be change. I just started my drive only. Okay. In the beginning of the ride, I said, sorry.
You should have told me $50. I'm sorry, sir. I don't have small note. Is it possible for you to give me a change of $50? Of course, I don't have. I only have $2 and $5 only. I don't have anything. You should have given me, tell me earlier, oh, I have about $50. I don't have any small change.
So if I tell you earlier, what will you do?
I'll tell you, I'm sorry, I tell you, I don't have any such a big change. Okay? 570, thank you.
Netizens had different opinions on the matter. Speak Up 2012 shared this. "I had the same experience with another driver. I gave him $50 for a fare of $29.80 and he said he has no small change. You know, what does he expect then? To tip him with the rest of the change?"
Don't Racist La said, different thing happened to me. I gave the taxi driver a $50 note, he had no change and he actually reduced the price. While Just Will You said, I don't think he is rude. The customer is at fault for not telling the driver that he only has $50.
Lesson learned, make sure you carry small change with you whenever you take a taxi.
In our next clip, we bring you some culinary horror stories, so stay tuned.